Hey everybody, welcome to the Language of Kings and Queens. I'm excited for this week. This week we're talking a little bit about your marriage and how important it is. Marriage, you and your partner are one spirit, one energy. As you see me, you see my partner. Um, and it's beautiful because your partner is for you. You are one energy. Um, there is no one who is like you. Marriage is spiritual. It's not mental. It's of the energy. This is why we say love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. Wisdom, insight, comprehension, knowledge, integrity, honesty, excellence. Also, as you're working on yourself, you're working on your marriage. Your marriage is what you make it. Um, in the book we have, and you're welcome, to purchase the book. Just DM me, but um, we talk about this. Your marriage is what you make it. Your relationship is you with your partner. As you're working on yourself, your partner, your marriage begins to go deeper and stronger. And as you're feeding your marriage positive, wonderful things, one of the ways to do this is spending time sexually, being together intimately. And intimacy is not just about sex, but it's also about cuddling. It's about hanging out, discussion, talking, working on projects together. It's also healthy. That brings health and wellness to your marriage. And so these are things that will feed your marriage. And so as you're feeding your marriage, one of the beautiful things about your marriage is that it grows and it gets deeper. No one knows what's going on in your house but you. You don't have problems. Your marriage is a place of peace. If you're sowing peace into your marriage, that's what you're getting. One of the beautiful things about your marriage is that your partner is designed to give you good and not harm all your days. We've been talking about how people get married, especially young women get married. They have some fantasy in their mind about having kids and all this stuff, and they don't ever take into consideration the cost. They never think about they want a big lavish wedding. These women want lavish weddings. And they want somebody, I'm like, and then they want like 10 kids, and I was like, they figure out who is paying for these things. Who is paying for all this? And then they bring a stress and an expectation on their husband who has to work to pay off their fantasies. When that's not the case. A woman should, a sister should be having her own job, or partner. We talk in general terms because you have people who are not, of the same persuasion of husband and wife. They're wives and husbands and husbands. It happens. And so, but we need to get rid of these fantasies in a marriage and really begin to come to the reality of, building healthy marriage. One of the parts of this is called, we're going to be doing something called Family Focus. We'll have a Family Focus Institute that will be lodged within the Language of Kings and Queens Institute. And so, because you need to begin to make good financial decisions in the beginning of your marriage and before your marriage, and should be done way before, and so that you don't bring in the stress in your marriage, because your marriage needs to be a place of peace, and not a place of stress. If your marriage is a place of stress and you're stressing your partner out, there's a problem. It should be a place of peace, and that's why we learn to listen and to really work on ourselves, to make our marriage a place of peace and do what we can to bring forth the goodness in our marriage. Thank you.